Now, their shows have been setting pulses racing across Britain for decades, but now the increasing debate over male objectification has put the iconic Dreamboys show under threat, so much so that the choice to perform has been taken out of performers' hands, with officials at Bristol City Council pushing for a complete ban on the show. With over 500 shows a year and ever-increasing audience numbers, it's clear the demand for male strippers is only set to grow, as well as the conversation surrounding Boyeurism, or male objectification, and all it entails. So I'm delighted to say that they're joining me in the studio. Jordan Darrell, Dreamboys choreographer, and also Shane Tyler Finlayson, one of the performers. Welcome, boys.
How are you doing? Hello.
It's good to see you.
You too.
So talk to me then, Jordan, you choreograph?
I do. I choreograph and direct the Dreamboys show.
So what kind of thing in the show do you do? When obviously you don't dance. You're
I also perform in the show.
Oh, you do?
I am one of the Dreamboys as well as behind the Dreamboys. What kind of thing would you like to know we do in the show?
Well,
Do you know what it is?
The
Dreamboys is a 2-hour explosion of entertainment with incredible performers. You know, it's sexy, it's very fun. It's a little bit cheeky, you know, and we encourage our audience members, whoever they may be, to come down and scream at the top of their lungs, to sing to all their favourite tunes and dance along with the Dreamboys. You know, we really give you an experience that you won't forget for a very long time. And it is quite
I was going to say,
cheeky as well.
You can keep going for 2 hours.
For 2 hours, you know, sometimes we do more than one show in a day, so the math is incredible.
So what is it then? So is it singing and dancing? Is that what's in the show?
We have a multi-talented, vast group of boys who can sing, dance, acrobats, can play instruments, amazing, incredible artists in their own right, and we portray talent, and they bring the best of their talent. And some of us have a history in professional dancing, West End musicals, dancing for artists. But at Dreamboys, we bring that element to our audience, but we're also artists within our own right. We have our own fan bases, and we get time to shine.
And we've got actors, models.
Yeah, professional models.
So what's your background then, Shane?
So I started doing a little bit of modelling, and I actually started stripping first.
Oh, did you?
And then this guy found me, and I was never a dancer, and then he turned me into a professional dancer. It's like a family as well. There's a lot of love in this group, a lot of chemistry between us boys. A lot of the fans see that as well, and they keep coming back. It's one of the reasons they come back. So for the last 5-6 years, we've been together, haven't we?
Yeah, like for a long time. That industry's changed now from, I guess, kind of people thinking that you need to be a stripper to move on to something. With Dreamboys, we open doorways to like bigger and better things, that anything you want to do. Like, as I said, he started as a stripper, but wanted to do modelling and acting, and it got his confidence up.
Yeah.
And you have to be quite confident to strip off all your clothes.
I wasn't. I was, having a couple of drinks before I met Jordan, and then he got me on the tour show and dancing, and then from there I've been doing some acting work with ITV, I've been doing other stuff, I've been modelling loads, and I've come back because I just love doing this job. And it's an amazing feeling as a dancer. Yeah,
like that's what's crazy about some people saying we are being objectified or saying derogatory things about our work and what we do, but I've been in the other world on West End musical stages and toured around the world with artists, and we bring that element to it. It's a performance. It isn't crude, it isn't lewd, and it isn't, do you know what I mean? It's a 2-hour where everyone can release and just have a good time. And at the end of the shows, our audience members say, thank you, I really needed that. Like, that's a beautiful thing.
It's amazing. We have families. You have daughters, mums, grandparents, like... Yeah.
We had someone that was 101 years old.
Sorry, I wasn't listening. I was slightly distracted then. But how does it make you feel though? Because people are saying that you're objectifying the male body or the men. So therefore, they kind of, in a sense, they're kind of trying to stop your performances and things like that. How do you feel about that?
I think like everyone's got their own opinions, but if you come to one of the shows, it's totally different. They see, like, we speak to people after the show, and one of their best parts of the show is when we're fully clothed. doing a dance routine in suits. And it's
Yeah.
not when we're in our boxers or they're about to come off.
Yeah.
So-
Times
You don't
have
take the whole
changed.
thing off, do you, in the show? Everything.
You will have to come and watch and find out for yourself.
Did you say there's some tickets going?
There is some tickets. We are having our press night, our launch, off the back of, obviously, this horrible time like everyone has been having. This is a perfect time to release tension. Everyone come and party on the 29th, which obviously you're invited to.
Yes.
So we shall see you there.
Yeah, you
can decide for
Yeah,
yourself.
everybody, and then you can decide yourself. Like, what we achieve and what we portray is the equal of power. Yeah, we don't pretend to have power over our audience, over females, over males that come and see us, and they don't have the power in thinking we're being objectified and like, oh my gosh, the strippers and we want to touch them and all of that. We are having a party together. We're all on such the same wavelength.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Definitely.
Because it was almost, because I remember a couple of years ago, the Formula One girls, that they were, doing all that, and everyone was saying, oh, well, they're objectifying the women, but the women actually didn't mind doing the job, and it was actually their business.
Yeah.
It was an industry, and it was actually people who were looking from the outside in saying this.
Yeah.
Do you find that is the problem, that people who've never been to a show before, people who have don't even really know the full concept of what you do, are saying that you are feeling objectified without even speaking to you?
Well, I think it's somewhat a lack of understanding as well, and obviously stripping has come from, let's say, a seedy place, and it has been a bit cheesy and cringe back in the day, and greased up long hair thongs and all that. You know, it's come such a long way. If that's your perception, all I would stress is come and watch Dreamboys, and the reality is not that whatsoever. And so far, we've changed everyone's minds that has ever thought that and come to watch our show. Literally, we have audience members go, I just didn't expect that, or I didn't really want to come and watch the show.
It's not my thing. It's not my thing, but wow.
Yeah, I got dragged along with a group, but wow, that was amazing. I shall come again.
Now, the thing is, though, I mean, they're trying to cancel you now, aren't they?
They are in that place, and they probably haven't come to see our show either.
Well, that's often the thing, isn't it? That people are literally taking offence, in a sense, on your behalf, saying that you're being objectified. However, they've not actually probably spoken to any of you before, or even seen the show.
Or even seen the show. And the boys are in, obviously, we train for months to put on a show, like any normal show would. And like training, going to the gym, eating a healthy diet, like the physical form takes such hard work and it takes such dedication, and really that's
discipline.
Such discipline, like it's crazy. And also we're one of the biggest touring shows, so we're constantly on the road all year, all week. It's very stressful and very hard work, and that's kind of upsetting to people that don't understand what it takes just to go, I know it's your job, but we don't want it because we've never seen it, and you'll be fine. It's like we put so much love and hard work in what we do. Hours, days, constant. Even now, we're in rehearsals for our tour and press coming up, but we have 24-hour rehearsals. We rehearse until 3-4 o'clock in the morning, like to put on the show so everyone can be entertained and happy.
Yeah, you see, you're clearly passionate about it as well.
Like we all are. Like Shane, like the whole team. We are so passionate and we have so much love for it. Again, because we appreciate the artistry that it takes. We've brought the professional world into the stripping limelight, shall we say, and switch the whole game around. Do you know what I mean? So we put all of our love into it.
So how did you cope then during the pandemic? Because obviously you couldn't perform, could you?
It was hard work, not being able to do what you love to do, and we were just finishing rehearsals. So we've been rehearsing for about a month, I would say, just under a month. And we were so close to performing one of the best shows we've done, and then that obviously was stopped.
And then as performers, it's been devastating financially.
Of course.
And personally for myself, the lack of hope for the future that we've got, or help from the government or wherever it's come from, it's hard. As again, people just see performers and go, oh, that's what it is. But it's taken years of training. I've been doing it for 15 years of hard work.
But exercise
Thank you very
sort
much.
of keep you fit, though, and keep
Exercise
your
and a
muscles
good diet.
It keeps you looking good.
Yeah, no, of course, but that's like a lot. Like I've done training. I
Mm.
trained for 3 years before I was ever a professional, and then I've done my time and I've done my work, and then it just stopped with, thank you, you could have been an electrician or whatever they were saying.
Bricklayer. Yeah,
Bricklayer.
go get another job.
What did you do in that time? What happened?
Well, as my position within the Dreamboys, it was very hard. We had to branch out with different elements and of merchandise, and the hardest thing was keeping our fans going with hope and that we're still here, because a lot of people, smaller businesses, fizzled out and have no hope of coming back. But luckily with our fan base and with our boys, and we live all over the country, but our boys have been amazing.
We've been doing live chats, we were doing little live shows.
Yeah.
Someone would do something on the Tuesday, someone would do something on the Thursday.
Yeah.
So the first 3 to 6 months, it was still like we were still all together.
Yeah.
We'd bring each other on the chat.
Whilst going about normal jobs now as well, because
really?
people
So you obviously do other jobs then. So this is
well,
the thing.
we do Dreamboys, but because of the lockdown, obviously it stopped.
We separated and went and done our own things.
What kind of jobs did you do?
Oh my gosh! Well, between all of us, one of the other choreographers, he was cycling a bike, selling flowers around London. Bricklayers,
plumbing.
Yeah, plumbing, all manual labour and stuff as well. Things that we could kind of, roofing, kind of, not say get easy, but do something that we wouldn't necessarily have to go into training and everything, anything we could do.
So
And then
manual
survive.
labour.
We had to survive.
And then we had to, just to pay our bills and keep everything going, because we didn't know when we was coming back, or we get told it could be here, and then a few months down the line, you're still waiting. So it's just, we just needed something. And then when we get the all go, it's like, right, here we go, back in rehearsals.
How do you feel about July 19th, the unlocking? I'm not calling it Freedom Day, I refuse. I'm just going to say something
The
else.
Dreamboys Freedom Day for free.
Something else.
No, something else. I've been waiting for over a year for this. As I said, we literally just finished rehearsal before lockdown hit, and months before that I was already working on the show. So I can't wait to breathe again, to be honest.
It's been just 18 months, just waiting and waiting. And now we're rehearsing, everything's going amazing, and we just want to perform. And there's, it's going to be
see our
shocks.
fans again, and just have laughter in the room, and singing and people, and somewhat of life, and to entertain people again, because that's what we do.
Are you going to wear your masks on public transport?
I drive.
We're on a coach together. We live on a coach.
So you're all together. You don't really need to do that.
And we still even in rehearsals now, and what we've been doing, we still take tests every day, and we still adhere to government guidelines of what we're doing, and we still will continue to do what is necessary. But a little help back and to go back also would be lovely. You know,
I don't know if you heard Linda Lusardi earlier, but she's right. We sort of need to get back on with it, because we can't just keep. We can't stay like this. There's got to be a balance between the quality of life and also the virus, and we can't just simply just exist.
100%. Exactly, and for everyone's mental health as well. I believe we're meant to be around people. We're meant to experience of other people's energies and auras.
And it's been a nice feeling just getting back to that as well.
It has. I've really missed
slowly
it. Slowly. There. So with those people, with our audience members, 1,000 audience members screaming and singing along, is just going to be
amazing
phenomenal
feeling.
for us.
I bet it feels good. So if people want to find out more about you, you've got your tour coming, you've got a press launch and things like that. Where do they need to go to find out more? And you're going actually now out there rather than just online?
We are. We have our first tour.
10th of August in Birmingham. And then a couple of days later, Brighton.
Yeah, right.
So,
which are proper 2-hour tour shows, which is that's the big deal, isn't it?
Yeah. So press is just letting everyone know we're back with a bang, and then it's here we go, tour starts.
Yeah, and if anyone wants to find out, then just go to the Dreamboys www.co.uk and you'll find all of our information and see all of our beautiful boys as well.
Yeah. Welcome to the GB News YouTube channel. You can watch us live 24 hours a day, catch up on your favourite shows, and join in the conversation in the comments below.
Don't forget to subscribe and you'll never miss any of our exclusive content.